This is the tail end of a 45 knot squall that came through. It's only blowing about 20 to 25 now, but for a couple of hours I was getting things ready just in case we dragged anchor. I had buried my anchor properly in a reasonable spot, but the holding is not great in San Andreas. Almost ready to go, people. I got my last minute groceries, checking out in what, probably 2 hours. There was 4 boats over here. They've all skedaddled. They were all supposed to leave tomorrow, and 2 more boats, or maybe 3 more boats have left here. These guys are going Wednesday morning still. Captain Rick, he's probably going Wednesday too. Mike, he's going, oh yeah, Wednesday's the best day. I think they got, what do you call it? A bit panicked. They're going now. It's all happening, people. I mean, it's a beautiful day, but I can sense something in the wind. All right. Well, hurricane's 3 days away, so we've got lots of work to do. Replaced some outhauls, put some more reefing lines on, fixed the front hatch, it was leaking. There's the breather. Well, I had to get rid of the breather and I plugged it up with a cup. Self-steering's on, Windvane steering. What I'm going to do now is I've got spare belts, so bugger this, I'm not going to just look at the belts, I'm just going to put brand new belts on. I'm not going to replace the impeller because I did that like 50 hours ago, maybe, actually I can just check the book. Might be 50 or 70 hours ago, so that's good as gold, but I've got spares anyway, so I just don't want a belt to go, you know, just when I need it. I think I replaced that when I did the impeller too. Well, I didn't write it down, oops. But I've got like 3 spares, thanks to Jeremy. Good on you, Jeremy. So look, that can just go on the spares anyway if I take it off. This one is like brand new. This is like shiny and lovely and ooh, so good. So I'll replace that. I've also got a water pump belt, because that's probably the most crucial. That's the one that always sketches me out. Yeah, this one's sweet as, but as I said, we'll just put the other one on. Yeah, I think I replaced this one too. I didn't write it down though, that's really bad. Look how glorious this is. It's hard to imagine that in, what, 3 days, it's just going to be murderous. Ah. Now, because the hurricane's centered right on here, well, forecast, they're going to get winds from both directions. They're going to get north and then south. And this holding is terrible. Everyone's going to be dragging. I've got to put on the safety lines. I've done the fuel, completely full of diesel. I've got to get another 20 litres of gasolina just in case I have to tow this boat in. And what else? I put reefing lines on the mainsail. Oh yeah, and the Windvane is on. I'll just go check it out. That's all ready to go, except the auxiliary rudder is all fluffy. I'll jump in now and I'll give that a wash. I think we're getting there. I hired this local guy. Well, I thought I hired this local guy to scrape the bottom of the hull, clean it. And then I asked everyone else, hey, do you want your hulls clean? He did everyone else, but he didn't do mine. And now I'm waiting for him and I'm leaving. So I'm gonna have to do it myself. There you go, you try to support the local economy and you get shoved in your face. In the past, I'd always cleaned the bottom and propped myself, and I think I'll just keep it that way. The racing people tell me that a very thin slime on their boats slows it down by 1/4 of a knot. I reckon mine would be slowed by about a knot or more.
The growth is not really terrible, but this bit reminds me of my hair. This has got to go. An hour later, the guy showed up wanting to charge me twice the price originally agreed, even though it was almost done. I don't think I was meant for this world, people. Cleaning the bottom of the boat is not enough exercise. I need to exhaust myself so I can get a good night's sleep before I go. Lately, sleep has been hard to come by, so I'll do an hour of laps of the wrecks. For me, nothing exhausts me more than swimming and free diving.
Oh, that was good. Headache's gone too. I don't know what it is. Barely slept last night. I think I'm worried about the Kickstarter thing. So, good lot of laps. That'll at least hopefully get me 4 or 5 hours tonight. I need to catch up and sleep, people. I'll be 2 nights without sleep, possibly 3 if I get caught in the doldrums. Jeez. Just gonna boil up some eggs. I'm not gonna cook during the trip. It's only 2 days. What's the difference? So I got. So I'm gonna eat garbanzo beans, porridge, bananas, some tiny little fruit that like lychees that grow on the island, and boiled eggs. Breakfast, lunch and dinner of people that are desperate. You thought I was going to say champions. No, this is not the champions show, people. This is the, you know, desperate and desperate channel, and not the wisdom channel. We'll be leaving last as Anchorage, so definitely in that last category. I'm gonna do a live stream in like 20 minutes. Sun's going down. I lost 2 hours cleaning my bottom. Yes, people, I got a clean bottom. It was either the boat bottom or the dinghy bottom. Anyway, so what have I got? Under here, I've got water, food, and wet weather gear, and it's all tied to the dinghy. I've got a knife here. All I'm gonna do is just slice it, chuck it off and jump in and say sayonara. I mean, that's if something happens to the boat. So that, even if the boat went down in like, well, I'd have to, let's say it went over and I don't know, it was going under in a minute. I'd go to here, cut, jump on that. I reckon I could get it sorted. In here, I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna have 2 dry bags, one with the EPIRB and one with the Garmin, and they've all got their own special kits in there. It'd be great if I had both of them if I went to sea, but if I had half, well, I'd be half happy. The good thing about no boats around is I can go naked.
So I did the live stream, which goes through some of the strategy of sailing with an approaching depression. If you want a good summary of this, check the video I released 10 days ago called I Propose Sailing the Storm the Whole Way.
Pretty squally this morning. This is the 3rd or 4th since about 4 AM. Most of them, like, well, one went till about 30, 35, but the others were like 20, and for like 4 minutes it was nothing. But look at the clouds up high. We're gonna have to go soon, almost ready. Port captain, port captain, port captain. This is sailing vessel Freedom. Do you copy?
Control, Captain, change to channel 12, please.
Well, I think that's the last squall. I think we should go. Rainbow! Woohoo! I wonder if that cheers Wilson up. Oh, come on, Wilson. It's not that bad. I'm not even out of the anchorage. Island's just there, and I'm heading for that. It's all about timing, people. Well, I'm going to get clobbered heaps of times. Might as well start early. And I don't think I'm going to get clobbered. 20, 25 max. Should be right. First reef, just dump it. And there's always one got to leave first. They're all starting to come now. All right.
Anchor is bolted and also tied down. The anchor is full of mud, but one wave over and it'll all be cleaned. I have a rubber grommet that seals the anchor hole jammed into place.
Well, I've only just left the channel, so it wasn't even 20, 25, but here we go. We've got another 20 here coming. Another little blast. Oh, I'm putting the camera away. This is the non-waterproof camera. Come on! You can do better!
Because the rain has whited everything out, I'm just making sure I'm not close to one of the fringing reefs down south. See all the water pouring from the sail? I was filling up my water bottles right from there. Five minutes later and it's all sunny again. But we have a small problem. The Dodger has a broken bolt.
Oh, the wind's coming in. This is great. We're probably doing 7.5. I don't have any instruments on because I have to be conservative with power. I'll unfurl my jib when I just get clear of the island, and then we'll do an extra knot probably. But we're doing about 5.5 now, which is plenty. I can't get down there too quick. If I do, I'll run out of wind. So I've just got to time it right. Well, according to the forecast, but we'll keep an eye on, you know, the conditions. Pretty good sea. Wind on the beam, waves on the beam. It's going to be glorious. Not fighting it. I love this. This is going to be great. This is going to reinvigorate my soul. There goes Lewis. He's heading straight for the strongest current. I don't know if he knows that, but you know, what can you do? He's going to the same place I'm going to, basically. Well, maybe another 50 miles east, but anyway. Don't be unhappy, Wilson. Don't be like your wife. She's always unhappy.
Now I'm putting out half of my jib to balance the boat. I'm about to set up the Windvane steering, and the boat needs to be properly balanced. For the Windvane to work best, it is best to have balanced sails. And with just a staysail and a first reef in the main, it's not quite right. So I need a little bit of jib up front too. Hydraulic autopilot is stopped, and now I need to adjust the helm to counter the wind and waves. This Windvane should be vertical most of the time. As you can see, it's not here. boat is still not balanced, so I unfurl a little bit more of the jib. Now the Windvane is steering fine. So I lock the helm off with a bit of pipe, and now it is sweet. When this Windvane is set up, it is a load off my mind because it will steer without any use of electrical power at all, which is in short supply on my boat. I take over the steering for a bit of fun, or if there is a big wind shift or stronger winds.
We just got in front of that. We got one in front here, but that should blow past. I've got a reef just over there called Albuquerque, and well, it's downwind of me, so a safety option when you get hit by a bit of a gust, you run downwind for a while, but I don't have that option. But these are, you know, they go to 20, 25, and I mean, it's not like it's a wall of, you know, a menacing wall. It's just rain dumping. So if this is like this, and well, we'll see. I've got a sked with a guy called Captain Tom on the HF, so he's going to let me know where the low is going to be, because I don't want to actually go too low into well, the Costa Rican border area. I'd rather start hooking around and getting back to Linton Bay, so he can help me there. If we don't get in contact, well, I'll be forced to go down. But we're doing great. We're doing like 6.5, 7 knots, so we're actually going too fast. So I might have to drop some sail. We've got to time it. We've got to catch the low as it's going over the top of us to slingshot us into Linton Bay.
And then this massive system up front of us took up half the horizon.
Doesn't look too bad. It's just well, we'll see. Lots of thunder. Let's see what happens. Woo! What do you think, Wilson? Oh, don't be scared, mate. She'll be right. And if not, we'll be buggered. Woohoo! First decent waves. I'm still not that big, but still, it's a bit of fun. Thunder, lightning, my favourite. Come on, God, you still haven't finished me off from the last time. Shouldn't tempt God like that. I'll end up getting an ass kicking. This is only like 10 minutes on. You hear that? We had a 30-40 degree wind shift. Now I was upwind of the reef. I'm heading straight towards it. So, and that chart plotter's not working. So, and I've got to keep that other one inside because I don't want to risk that. So we're probably going to go downwind of it, and I mean, no doubt it's going to happen during a squall. I'm not going to be able to see anything. There's a lighthouse and a couple of islands, and you can't trust these charts because they're all out by 2.5 to 5 miles. Oh, here we go. Hear that? Bilge alarm, yep, top stuff, well done. I might have to run, and that way I'll guarantee missing that reef. That looks like the worst over there and there. So maybe we can, up there. Here we go. Oh, I might have to hand steer this.
Of course, the strongest squall of the day hits us here with a sizable wind shift putting me on this direction, which seems like we will still miss the reef here. But the charts are consistently out by up to 5 miles, so the reef could be anywhere here. So I just ran with it. I'm bringing the staysail in because it is in the lee of the main and flogging.
This wind has now changed another 60 degrees. The reef is somewhere over there. And well, I'm heading due west because I know nothing there. The reef is over there somewhere. And of course, I can't see anything. Hear that? I have one bolt of lightning just out the front. We got some more behind. Should be an interesting few hours.
Over the next hour, I was hit by 2 more squalls and I ran with them, but around about here, I saw the islands. Albuquerque Keys, finally I can see it, so now I'll check on the chart just to see how far it's out. But that's probably about 6 miles away, 5 miles away. So we're going to be clear of the reef, so maybe in an hour, it doesn't matter how we get clobbered. Well, I think we're going to get clobbered again, because we'll just run with it. Not quite clear of the reefs, and another squall tries to push me onto the reef. Good practice before the night though. I think I'm entering the high current zone. I don't want to do this, but I'm actually going into it because there's a big lot of thunderstorms and well, just rain over there. Oh look, I've already had 6 hours of that, maybe 7. I'm actually dry. Well, I'm getting wet now. So I'm going to punch up in there, hopefully that'll pass, and then I'll run down. Had the wind been more northeast, I could have punched against the weaker current here, north of the strong current, and then for the rest of the trip home, have the current with me. Of course, going more east puts me uncomfortably in the path of the approaching tropical storm, when we know we ought to be getting south as much as possible. But in hindsight, this would have avoided the dead zone intersecting our path this way, and made the journey quicker with more wind. And now for something completely different, a new squall. Oh, come on, Wilson, cheer up a bit. Only a little bit of rain. Look, up with some blue sky. Might as well sit back and enjoy the tranquility, because I'm going to get rained on in about 5 minutes. Again. Chicken! I already had my shower today. Well, 3. I don't need another, people. Well, I had another shower, completely soaked through again. My wet weather gear sucks. I reckon it should just be called wet gear. Chart plotter still won't turn on. Oh, the joys of life.
Windvane's handling it. What the hell is that? There we go. What's that? It was a nice day. Would have stopped, have 2, and fished that. So things are looking good. I was a little bit worried I wasn't going to get any sleep tonight. I don't think I'm going to get any sleep tonight, but if that opens up, we're going to be clobbered by a squall or 2 tonight, definitely. This time of year, I mean, we were just lucky to get some training for the first 6 hours of the journey, and that, you know, honed our senses, got our sea legs back. Thanks God. He's always looking out for me. Always. Some blue sky over there. I can't point that either. There's the rest. We're probably doing 6.5 in the water, but maybe 4.5 over ground. I'll go check. I don't think it's going to be great. But bloody awesome. Absolutely enjoying this. Hope Thursday afternoon, Thursday night, we're going to have some challenges too. At night time, one of the models has the hurricane or depression actually moved quite quickly, so it's close. Hopefully I'll be able to see it on the horizon, be able to see the lightning fireworks, and we'll be able to avoid it, by Ballott's law and basic common sense. So it's all looking good at the moment, but a few more challenges would be good, because I'm not going to have this for a while. Might as well enjoy it now. Oh, there's the bilge alarm again. Top stuff, well done.